United Nations Human Rights Commission's report on Uyghur Muslim and atrocities committed against them by the Chinese authorities has come out in the public domain. The report was literally released minutes before Chief Michelle Bachelet had her last day in her office. And this report is a scathing remark on the atrocities that are being perpetuated against the Uyghur and other minorities in China's Xinjiang province. It has clearly and with credible evidences, it has said how the tortures, abuses, physical assault, and various other human rights violations are meted to these people who have been detained under no crimes, but just because they are part of that minority group, which is largely known as Uyghurs minority in Xinjiang province. However, as expected, Chinese side has reacted sharply against this report of United Nations Human Rights Commissions, calling it a very fabricated report, something that has been built by under pressure from the Western bloc and which is against China's interest and China's geopolitical influence, growing influence, in fact. Just like till August 31st, China had the rotating presidency of United Nations Security Council. So just hours before his last day, Chinese permanent representative in United Nations, Zhang Jun, was also asked if he had actually had a look on Michelle Bachelet's reports on Uyghurs minorities, which he said that such reports are actually being made in a very fabricated way. These are made to look to make China look bad, and these are clearly an external interference in China's internal affairs. However, post release of this report, Chinese government has also reacted sharply, and they have called that this report has been made with biases and political approach, and this has been created under tremendous pressure from West. So this is something that Chinese side has said about the United Nations Human Rights Commission's report on Uyghur Muslims. We know that for months this report was ready to be released, but probably under the heavy influence by China, this report could not see the light of the day. But now, just minutes before leaving her office, Michelle Bachelet did decide that she should release this report into the public domain, where people would be able to understand the atrocities, the human rights violation, the crime against humanity that are being committed by the Chinese authorities against Uyghur Muslims in China's Xinjiang